Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. 4th down, and on is Ty Long to punt. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get home.
Now Taylor on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs 1st down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd and 10, Taylor eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of 1st downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 1st downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
1st down, Murray looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Murray going to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. He's got a man. Complete.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason where they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big run there by Jones, 47 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Hey. 4 down. Showing it. Kill.
Now Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
2 times. Hey, 4 down.
Taylor. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. Here's 2nd and goal.
They're scared. Go. Check that. We're on mic 52 right here. 52. Here we go. 52's the mic, boys. 52.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And it'll be intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Allen, the intended receiver. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts, to make.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Leonard Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Taylor. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. No.
They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They send Green to the left on his own. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Taylor will throw. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. And Butker able to put this one through. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. And really, they're pretty fortunate right now to only be down 3-0 following 2 turnovers. They've got it now 1st and 10.
90 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. 90 is the mic. I hope you brought your luck.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd down and 11. After the sack here, 2nd and 11.
Hey, here we go. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. No chance. 44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. I got you, punk. 44's the mic. Wahoo.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
He's coming. Check.
Inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. It's Kelsey on the ground. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On second down now. It's Jones, and he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Max 50, Max 50.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Dorian O'Daniel, the linebacker from Clemson.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now it's Taylor. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
I think they... want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
The Chiefs 15-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Eckler. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Murray to throw on 3rd and 1. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
After the interception, here's Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Now Taylor back into his end zone. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check 37, check 37.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. That is caught. It's Perriman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Taylor to throw. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Leonard Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Another try after the first down sack. Taylor caught. Kelsey, left side. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He's got his man here. It's Green. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Then we got to give a little tip of the cap for the defense there. Zone coverage, locked it in tight, made it really difficult because they tried the crossing route against it, and it worked for a completion, but you have to know where the sticks are on 3rd down. Didn't get beyond them. No pickup.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Murray now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Desmond Trufant, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Get that!
Throwing now is Murray. Buying time to his left. He'll run it, and he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Set, hut. Ancient data. Time to lead. Tight end right. Alert. 3 down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Murray. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Double time. Kill.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And his first carry, he loses the football. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Taylor. He gets it to Brown, complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Taylor now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Taylor, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Taylor. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. So that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Taylor. To the right side, it's Kelce. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on 2nd down, Taylor. He's got Green. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 17-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Hey. 4 down. Zip it.
Out of the gun, it's Taylor. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Leonard Williams in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 22. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's mine. Quit talking about it. 57's the mine.
Taylor from the gun, he'll throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check. Mike 50. All day, dog. Mike 50. Take me in.
Murray with a 3rd and long. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 28, and he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
Now Eckler. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Murray off play action. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the 2nd half.
And it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Taylor. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go, here we go. Mike's 57.
To throw is Taylor, operating from the gun. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Charger drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Wide, get wide.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
I'm coming after you. 44. You ain't going nowhere. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 23. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker now to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Check. Ball trot. 50's the mic. 50's the mic.
Murray trying again after the pick 6. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
11 yards there, 1st down.
No. Trot.
Murray now on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. You remember me? You remember me? Hold on.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray, he's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole alert, all right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid all game long. They're going for it. Hits Murray. And now here's another interception. He's picked off at his own 46. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided.
Taylor on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And they take a knee.
Taylor on the keeper. The play lost a yard. It's now 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.